tests, and some of them have already been shot. Next slide. These are some of the rounds: 9mm, 357, 45, AK-47, 308. Next slide. This actually, go back just for a second. Sorry. This is what happens to the bullet. This is what it looks like when it's hit our material. Some of them are shredded and you can't even find the little pieces even. Next slide. More recently, we did a series of tests. We were asked, what can you stop and how thin can we make it? So it was very easy. Make a bunch of hollow walls with drywall on it, typical US construction. And then we did 1/2 inch on one side, 1/2 inch on another, 3/4 and 3/4, 1/2 inch and 3/4, 3/8 and 1 inch, 1/2 inch and 1 inch, 1 inch and 1 inch. So we cataloged from 10 feet and 15 feet, which would be more like a home invasion. They're in your house, they're really close. And we've stopped all of these different calibers, all the way up to shotgun. So this would be like a retrofit. Almost, let's keep going. I'm gonna go over my time. These were the 2 vault doors, 3 inch and 6 inch. Next slide. Next slide, that's the 6 inch. Sorry about that. Didn't realize it was gonna do that. This was shot with a 50 caliber. There's the Barrett. This is a Ranger shooter, a spotter. There's the target, 50 yards away, 50 caliber. That's where the bullet hit. This is filled with ballisticrete. Next slide, please. This is a close-up. There's a tiny dent where the 50 caliber bullet hit and bounced off.
Wow.
Next slide, please. These will go a little quicker. Here's that hollow block wall again. Again, we were asked, what side can we put, do we need the coating on? It didn't matter. So 1/2 was shot on the ballisticrete side and the other half, next slide please, was shot on the back side with no coating on it. Either way, nothing went through. So it doesn't matter which side. It doesn't have to be both sides if it's hollow block. This is a newer version. This is actually generation 1. We now have a generation 2. This is recycled car tires and not ballisticrete. This is our stucco max. This is only 3,500 PSI. It's not the ballisticrete product. We were still able to stop armor-piercing rounds. Next slide, please. This one we're stopping. That was 308 caliber tungsten penetrators, hot military round. This is a 50. What we did on this one is a 12-inch block. We put a 2-inch layer of ballisticrete, a core in the middle of it, and stopped 2 50s 6 inches apart from each other. The energy was enough to shatter the block but not go through.